questions came through about how can we stay motivated if we're not going to get a bonus? What can we do? What can we do? Some of them were nice and some of them were not so nice. So I'm going to address this head on. Don't ask about what are we going to do if we don't get a bonus? Get the damn $26 million. Spend your time and your effort thinking about the $26 million we need and not thinking about what you're going to do if we don't get a bonus. Thank you. Have a great day.
Quit your bitching and your complaining. Get the 26 million. That's apparently a leaked Zoom call of Andi Owen. She's the CEO of this furniture giant I hadn't heard of, MillerKnoll, also under the name of Herman Miller, apparently. They make a lot of money. And apparently they didn't make enough for folks to get their bonuses, and people were not happy about it. Here's the full clip of what sparked this outrage and her response of,
the most important thing we can do right now is focus on the things that we can control. None of us could have predicted COVID. None of us could have predicted supply chain. None of us could have predicted bank failures. But what we can do is stay in front of our customers, provide the best customer service we can, get our orders out our door, treat each other well, be kind, be respectful, focus on the future because it will be bright. It's not good to be in a situation we're in today, but we're not going to be here forever. It is going to get better. So lead by example, treat people well, talk to them, be kind, and get after it. Don't ask about what are we going to do if we don't get a bonus? Get the damn $26 million. Spend your time and your effort thinking about the $26 million we need and not thinking about what you're going to do if we don't get a bonus. All right? Can I get some commitment for that? I would appreciate that. I had an old boss who said to me one time, you can visit Pity City, but you can't live there. So people, leave Pity City. Let's get it done. Thank you. Have a great day.
I'll tell you what, that was an inspirational speech. You know what? If you really want your bonuses, you should work harder. And you know what? We've been hit by certain things. Sometimes we have a bit of a backpedal and we can't always get the bonuses. You guys need to calm down. It is a pretty decent job for these employees. So why are they bitching and complaining like this? When the company takes a hit, obviously everyone takes a hit. Let's come back. Let's see what the bonuses were for this CEO, Miss Owen. This is part of the criticism. Owen, who describes herself as a defender of equity and inclusion in her private Instagram account, receives the bulk of her pay package in incentive-based compensation, like most CEOs. For the fiscal year of May of 22, this amounted to $3.9 million, which came on top of her regular $1.1 million in fixed salary that she already gets. So as she's talking to these folks about why they need to calm down and actually work a little bit harder and how bonuses just aren't the same because of the situations, don't blame me, bro. She apparently took home an extra $3.9 million. But by the way, it's less than what she usually takes. So bro, calm down. Her compensation declined last year with her total pay package falling to $4.9 million in 2022 from $6.4 million the prior fiscal year. And you know what? She has to feed her family. That salary drop is unlikely to arouse much sympathy, obviously, among those workers supposedly living in, quote, Pity City, as she said. The average pay package for a sales executive at this company is actually $150,000. That's according to this hiring site that talks about it. So these folks are making like $150,000. That's at least the average pay package for these sales folks. I'm not sure if that's the only person that the people that she was talking to. I think so. But yo, the sympathy's starting to reel back for the folks that are making $150K. But then again, in comparison to this whole company where it has CEOs getting this kind of bonuses, so you would think maybe the share packages would go differently. But there's this problem. Everyone at the top is supposed to get everything. Everyone from the bottom is supposed to get told to only visit Pity City and not to live there. Your thoughts here, Mondale? You've had to deal with some of these situations before. I'm not sure what kind of background you've had with other work and if you had to actually cuss someone out like the man on the Southwest flight.
Listen, this CEO sounds like that baby to me. I mean, I heard the same thing, right? Like, there's no difference in her. Like, but she is actually paid. She paid extra or got paid extra to cry and whine. The fact that you're telling people that you make 10, 20 times more to stop crying and get out of Pity City as you take home $3.9 million for bonus, and that's a low year for you. Jesus Christ, talk about like not reading the tea leaves. This is absolutely disgusting. And the fact that this leaked and then the company comes out and defend her, defend her and not let her go shows you how they feel about their workers. The idea that you can tell people go get what the company needs and don't worry about what you need is the problem with capitalism. It is a problem with these tone deaf CEOs who say that you can't pay a person making the burgers at McDonald's $15 an hour, but I'm gonna take my 22 million a year. So I can't pay you $15 an hour because the burger's gonna go up, or your salary could just go down. You could just take less than $3.9 million a year and spread that across your sales force, the people who actually make money for the company. It is absolutely disgusting seeing this exploitation of work and labor by people continually in this country while we swear we care about workers and it's patriotic to be working. It is this disgusting, and it's also why I know I would much rather be screaming like the man on the plane than the baby on this Zoom call.
No, there's a reason they wouldn't. I wouldn't even expect them to let go of her over this. This is the system. This is the way it's supposed to work for the company. They're like, well, what did she do wrong? Outside of just maybe insult a couple of employees, which that's fine. If they want to leave, they're losing a nice 6-figure job. Apparently, that's the average, according to that one site. So if they leave, whatever, bro. No problem with me, 150K, we're making our money. And by the way, if you have a dip or whatever like that, I get it. But if you want your workers to work harder, smile more, get that damn sale, they just might be more motivated if you pay them based off of what they've already done in the past, or maybe in that past year. I don't know all the business situations with this company, but in general, if you're taking on that kind of pay, it's coming from somewhere. No, I'm not a CEO, so I'm very willing to be corrected. But it's pretty odd that you have folks that are like, you get nothing and you get lectured, while then we run off with this cash. Okay, cool stuff.